Great. Plain veggies. Again. Can't wait for this thrilling culinary adventure. Hey, Justin. Caught you in another adulting melodrama, huh? Hey, Mia versus me. Yeah, these vegetables are just... Wait. What is going on over there? It's a sauté soirée. Boogie with some bell peppers. Do the mushroom moonwalk. Cha-cha real smooth with some carrots. Dancing carrots? All that from a simple sauté? Now I've seen everything. Get ready to crank up the heat. Let's kick off this sauté partay, though I'm still not convinced I'll be able to get my carrots to dance. Nonsense! Isn't that what sautéing's all about? Using a bit of oil in a pan, we encourage those veggies to show off their best moves. And I suppose our dance floor and decor matter, right? Absolutely. We'll need to pick out the right cooking tools, fats, and steps in order to throw the literal hottest soirée in town. Before we jump into the dance of sautéing, let's start with the basics. What is sautéing? Imagine you're cooking dinner and you want your food to have a delicious, slightly crispy texture, and you want to cook it quick. That's where sautéing comes in. It's a method where you cook food rapidly in a small amount of fat over direct heat. What are some foods you love that could be sautéed? Take a moment to brainstorm in your chef's notes. Maybe vegetables used in a Thai stir fry, or the ingredients in a Mexican fajita. I'm so hungry. So, who's the secret DJ behind this sauté partay? The Maillard reaction, of course. Ever notice how a grilled cheese sandwich gets that perfect crispy brown crust? Or how onions turn that sweet caramel color in the pan? That's the Maillard reaction in action. When you saute food at high temperatures, their proteins and sugars start to break it down and recombine into new flavorful compounds. This transformation is what gives sauteed foods that golden brown color and complex taste. These reactions will be dancing in the kitchen in no time. If my vegetables are gonna dance, I better put some thought into choosing their dance partners. The right equipment for any meal preparation can make a big difference in your cooking. Let's focus on the sauté pan, otherwise known as the frying pan. Why do you think its design is special? Compared to narrower, taller cookware like a pot, a pan's wide, flat bottom gives you plenty of space to cook and move your food around. The slightly sloped sides are designed for easy flipping and stirring. Globally, different cultures use a variety of pans for sautéing. In Asian cooking, woks are popular for their ability to concentrate heat, making them ideal for stir-frying. In Spain, paelleras are used to evenly distribute heat for dishes like paella. In Italy, they often use a risotto pan, which is wide with rounded edges to help stir and cook risotto evenly. And let's not forget the cast iron skillet, popular in American cooking. It's excellent for searing and oven finishing steaks due to its ability to retain heat. Each pan has its own unique purpose and history. All right, my fellow Mia chef, what similarities do you notice about all of these pans? Pause here to reflect in your notes. Well, despite their unique designs and cultural uses, they all share a common purpose: to distribute heat effectively and cook food evenly. They all cater to the essential need to control temperature and cooking speed, crucial in any culinary tradition. Great walk. Now that we've found the right pans to partner with, how do we set that party vibe? Picking the right fat or oil is like choosing the right tune. You need the perfect beat to keep those veggies grooving without burning out. Here's the secret. When choosing fats for sautéing, it's crucial to consider their smoke points, or the temperature where oil starts to burn and smoke. This affects taste and nutrition. Use low smoke point oils for dishes that require less heat, such as eggs. These oils add flavor without overheating. High smoke point oils, on the other hand, are your best choice for high heat cooking, like stir frying or browning meats. They ensure great flavor without burning anything. Let's explore some popular fats on our smoke point scale, starting with the lowest. First up is low heat. Fats like butter are great for creamy sauces or gently sautéing delicate items like flaky fish. Next, we have medium heat. Fats like canola oil have a moderate smoke point. They're ideal for medium heat cooking, like sautéing vegetables. And finally, we reach the highest heat, including the growingly popular avocado oil. With one of the highest smoke points, it's perfect for searing meats and achieving a delicious crust. Have you tried using any of these oils before? Is there a new oil on the chart you want to try? Brainstorm in your chef's notes. Slick thinking about our oily fats. While experimenting with different oils, it's important to consider their smoke points. Mixing oils with vastly different smoke points can be tricky. Using an oil blend beyond its smoke point not only alters the flavor, but can also release harmful compounds. So when you're mixing oils, aim for those with similar smoke points to ensure safe and tasty cooking. I think we've rehearsed enough to start our sauté soirée. Time to turn up the heat with a veggie-loaded stir fry. We all need to eat more veggies, right? This will be the perfect way to transform those plain veggies into something party-worthy and to practice our sauté skills. Although we're focusing on veggies here, it's important to note that sautéing is a versatile technique. It works great with a range of foods, from chicken and shrimp to tofu and tempeh. Each ingredient brings its unique twist to the sauté soirée. We encourage you to explore recipes with different ingredients as you get more confident in the kitchen. In your PDF, you'll find a step-by-step recipe as well as a link to MiaTube with the full cooking demonstration to help guide you through the process. You'll be able to customize your stir-fry based on your dietary needs and taste preferences, like picking out the playlist for your own sauté soirée. Let's preview the steps you'll work through. Step 1, heating your pan. How will you know when it's the right temperature? A simple test is to sprinkle a few drops of water into the pan. The droplets should dance in the pan and evaporate quickly. That's when you know it's time to add the fat. Step 2, we'll carefully add our fat, like canola oil, to the pan. Step 3, once the oil is shimmering but not smoking, you'll add your veggies. Listen for that sizzle. It's the sign of a perfectly heated pan. Step 4, stir the veggies for even cooking. How do you think you can tell when they're done? Look for vibrant colors and a slightly tender but still crisp texture. And there you have it, a colorful, delicious vegetable stir fry. What's your favorite combination of veggies? Plan your own sauté soirée in your chef's notes. Yum. I think it's time to move this party to my belly. Well, that was definitely not your average veggie encounter, and hands down, the best sauté I've ever made. I feel like I've stepped up my adulting game. And I've unlocked my own dance party, courtesy of the Miaverse. You got it! Today, dancing veggies, tomorrow, who knows? Your recipe might be the next big hit. Catch you at our next adulting adventure.